Hello YouTube, it's your boy B3 back with another kickin' movie reaction review. Today's is over the final movie in the Mummy series, The Mummy's Curse. Finally a title that makes sense, because the last few titles didn't really make a lot of sense. But, The Mummy's Curse, starring Lon Chaney as the monster, Peter Coe, Kay Harding, Martin Kolchak, Virginia Christine, Kurt Katch, etc. A lot of people died in this one, probably more than usual. But you remember how the mummy walked with Ananka's reincarnation into the swamp in the last one, and they kind of just sunk to the bottom of it? Well, in this one, they're uncovered. But in Louisiana? Like, how big was this march that it connected from, like... that it connected all the way to... freaking Louisiana! In the bayou. So there's actually a team looking for him there. It seems like they almost retconned it to be in a different location from the last film. Like, they almost retconned it, like they did with the second movie. And Lon Chaney still plays the monster, which is fine. He doesn't bring as much character to this monster as he does the Wolfman, but that's just because that's the way the monster's written and directed. I really don't blame it on Lon Chaney, because, like, you can see his eyes and his mouth movements and stuff as the Wolfman, and his face is just still as the Mummy. And the Mummy doesn't speak like in the first one. He has no real character. So, pretty much anyone who plays this type of Mummy is going to play it almost the same. Which is sad. It's sad to see his talent go to waste as the Mummy. But in The Mummy's Curse, he rises out of the swamp, Princess Ananka rises out of the swamp, and she, like, unmummifies, and then re-mummifies by the end? And you know what would solve all this mummy stuff? If they would just send them back to Egypt. That's all that the priests want to do in every film. They just want to get the remains of Kharis and Princess Ananka, and they want to put them back in the tomb. That's all. But these guys just took him, and they refused to let him go back to Egypt. That's all you have to do to stop the killing. Just let him go back to Egypt. Do you really need him that badly? God, what is this, the British Museum? Actually, I think that's where they're supposed to be, is the British Museum. They were just, like, on tour or something, because I think they were originally supposed to go to the British Museum several films ago. So they just straight up robbed Egyptian cultural sites, and now they're like, oh, this mummy belongs to us. This film also seems to have what I believe to be an unintentional environmental message, because it's like they're draining the swamp. I mean, like, they're literally draining the swamp. They're sucking all the water out so they can build on it, which is obviously, like, bad. And then that is what wakes the mummy up. So maybe, if that is intentional, you know, good for them. It's a bit ahead of the times, but I feel like it's unintentional. But anyways, The Mummy's Curse was probably the most boring yet, to be completely honest. It's not bad, it's just it doesn't stand out at all. I even paused this movie halfway through to play 4 courses on Mario Kart on my Switch, just because I was like, you know what? I need a break. I watched every single Mummy movie in a row. My only breaks was, like, homework and stuff. No other movie breaks in the whole series. I watched it straight through, and the only one I had seen was the original with Boris Karloff. But, I said this the last video, I see why The Mummy didn't cross over with others a lot, because it really doesn't have as much character as, like, Dracula and Frankenstein's monster and etc. The Wolfman. So that's it for The Mummy's Curse. Thank you all very much for your support. Remember to rate, comment, subscribe, check out all the cool links in the description below, Facebook, Twitter, etc. If you would like to support my own black and white monster movie, there's a link to the Indiegogo in the description below, so do check that out and please donate towards it. It's called Night of the Barn Beast, and it'll be up on the main channel. So that's it. Thank you all once again, and I'll see you next time when we do the real final movie in the series, Abbott and Costello meet the mummy.